What's going on? What's going on, Patriots? You just locked in the hood politics, and we got some breaking news right now, man. Tim Poole, somebody pulled up to Tim Poole's house last night and took a shot at him, and took some shots at his house. And we gotta talk about this because people don't understand what's really happening out here, man. Everybody's sitting around with their heads in the sand and hoping and praying that what's going on is not going on, and hoping that they can just pray it away. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen, man. And the timing of this is very suspicious. You know what I'm saying? I It's like you always had these death threats. He's always had death threats. Everybody know that. Tim Pool always get death threats. You know what I'm saying? That's actually somewhat what made me start, following dude, because he was telling. I came across him on Twitch one day, and he was just talking about how people would just chase him just for the hell of it. They'll see him and be like, "Hey, that's Tim Pool," just chase him. I thought that was funny, and I thought that was honest. So I started watching the dude, and I actually grew with this cat. You know what I mean? Well, I was following this dude for a while. You know what I mean? And it's not. How can I put this? The timing is really weird to me. How as soon as he come out and go in on Candace Owens, like he did, he called her scum. He said she was in love with Charlie Kirk, he believed. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden now somebody decided to, take shots at your house. Like normally he gets swatted. I watched him. He's been swatted 12, 13 times. This I know for sure. I was watching Tim Cass IRL live one time when he got swatted. Like in the middle of a show, he got swatted. Literally, that's crazy. But we gonna have to talk about this, man. And I know Candace ain't do it. I know Candace ain't sent nobody at him, but this is just crazy, man. It's just wild. Let's get into it.
News that we have been following here as we gather additional details. Take a look at this post here as an investigation is underway after someone apparently shot at the home of well-known conservative commentator Tim Poole. The podcast host has millions of followers all over social media on multiple platforms and has become an influential voice for some conservatives out there. Now, he posted a short time ago this right here on his X page saying, quote,
and you see, that's crazy, man, because Tim is not a conservative and he's not right-wing. Tim Pool is a liberal. Tim Pool is a liberal. Tim Pool is not right-wing and he's not conservative. You know what I'm saying? It's just the left has went so far left that they pushed people who was on the left. They pushed them to the center. Which everything, to them, everything that's right of that is far right. So that's why they classifying Tim Pool as right wing.
Last night, a vehicle approached our property and opened fire. No one was hurt. Our security team is reviewing the incident and will be relaying the report to appropriate law enforcement. This is the price we pay for speaking out against evil. And no question, a lot of folks out there, especially Republicans, are putting out some information here to provide kind of their take on all of this. And I want to pop this up on your screen. This is coming in from Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. She replied to the comment and said, "This is terrifying. I'm glad everyone is okay. Everyone must stand together against this type of political violence and intimidation, no matter who it happens to, whether you like them or not." And we also have a post here coming in from General Mike Flynn, who did serve under the first Trump administration, saying, "This is the sort of madness that occurs in a deeply divided society where the adversaries are seeking to create crises instead of stopping them from happening in the first place. Glad to hear no one is hurt. We need to figure out how to return to sanity quickly before worse domestic conditions are created by those who foment false flags and fake crises for the sole purpose of creating chaos." Now, he did tag several different people in that post, including President Trump and Secretary Kristi Noem with the Department of Homeland Security, as well as Secretary of Defense.
And see, I would like that. I would love that. You know what I'm saying? But we too far gone. I know nobody want to hear it, but we are too far gone. America is split. Our kids have been so indoctrinated on the left that they hate this country, they hate themselves, they hate everything about their existence. So and this is just my opinion. This is really just my opinion. But in my opinion, we are too far gone. We got Aaron Daniels, we got Charlie Kirk, you know what I'm saying? And now we finna have whoever else. They taking shots at Tim Poole. And we don't know if this is some left-wing lunatic or a Candace Owens fan. To be honest, I could swing either way on that. You know what I mean? Because Candace has been going hard. Candace has been going hard, and then Tim Poole just got sick of it. He got sick of holding his tongue, and he went in. But he went in bogusly. He went in very disrespectfully. You know what I'm saying? He called her scum, and he made wild accusations. You know what I'm saying? That I was thinking myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. I was thinking that her and Charlie smashed. I'm just gonna put it out there. I think her and Charlie smashed, and I feel like she was not over him. I think Charlie was. I believe. I thought that before Tim Poole came out and said that. That was in my head. Like, this chick is going too hard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you would expect Erica to be doing some stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Not a friend. You know what I mean? Not somebody who claimed to be a friend. You know. And at first I thought, I'm like, man, this chick is she losing her mind. I swore up and down I was almost off the Candace train. You know what I mean? Not off the Candace train because I mess with Candace. That's my girl. I just think sometimes she said, you know, she could say things and that I disagree with. You know what I mean? That's just how we move on the right. But I was almost like, man, this chick is losing her mind, man. You know what I'm saying? Until Turning Point USA responses. And I don't know if I should get into that right now or make a video about it, but the way TPUSA responded to Candace Owens, even with the national debate, with the debate and everything, made me look at them sideways, man. Really. And I'm just being honest. It made me look at that whole organization sideways. You know what I'm saying? And two, number two, why do they still have the Charlie Kirk show going on? Charlie is not here. It's at the point where it's becoming creepy now. When I see Charlie Kirk show pop up on my Rumble, like, you know what I mean? Because I'm used to flipping it open and watching Charlie. You know what I mean? Now his podcast went from wherever it is to, like, if I ain't mistaken, he in the what, low 40s? He went from the top 10 to like the low 40s or somewhere. Like, it's bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's like they intentionally, it's like everybody, to me, and excuse my language, I know it's Sunday, but it seems like to me, everybody is intentionally shitting on Charlie's legacy. It's like everybody's trying to profit. Candace, TPUSA, freaking influencers, left and right, and in the middle. It's like everybody trying to monetize Charlie's death, and everybody's just shitting on his legacy, and it's actually disappointing, especially for people on the right. You know, like, I want to go at Candace, but I really can't because, you know, Candace said, man, if Erica just came out and said, hey, you know, you're doing too much, would you please stop? She would have stopped. So I don't know why Erica haven't said nothing. I don't know if Erica just, is she scared of Candace, or she just respect Candace, or is she just such a nice lady? Because I know my girl is like that. You know what I'm saying? Some people out here is just nice. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes being too nice is not always good. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need a little fight in you. You know what I mean? Like, she got the whole world looking at her sideways, talking about the way she mourn. But I don't judge her over the way she mourn. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody mourn in their own way. You know what I mean? I just lost the matriarch of my family. You know what I'm saying? My granny, and it took me what 3 4 days and before I had to cry it out. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, damn, I have no reason to go to Arkansas anymore. You know what I mean? I know I got all all the my aunties and uncles down there under my granny, but they all moved out. They all moved out. They got their own families. You know what I'm saying? If I would have been going down there, it would have been just to visit with my granny. You know what I'm saying? And I miss her a lot. But everybody grieve in their own way, so I don't judge Erica about the way she's grieving and handling this, but I do judge her about the way she haven't said anything to Candace. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about, nothing rowdy or nothing bogus or disrespectful. It's just the fact that, man, you should have said something a long time ago. You should have got on her phone a long time ago, like, hey, you really need to stop this. You know what I'm saying? Could you please stop this? Or stop doing it so publicly. If you got some, if you want to do your own investigation, like everything she doing, she could do this behind closed doors. She don't have to do this and make a show and a little crime series out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like she's trying to be Nancy Grace or something. You know what I mean? But yeah, everything is going wrong. Everything is going left, and I don't believe it. I don't think it's going. And how could you go back? How could we? We're gonna vote our way back. We're gonna vote our way back, because that's what the Republicans think. You know what I mean? But y'all better get out and vote, because I'm gonna tell y'all now, these Democrats, they are pissed. These Democrats and their little constituents and followers, they are pissed. They coming out to vote, and they will be out in the midterms. So everybody know the Republicans don't show up for midterms. Y'all better get y'all asses out and vote. Y'all better get out and vote, because if you don't, they're gonna take over. They're gonna impeach Trump. If they mess around and get in 2028, Trump is going to jail. That's why I don't know why Donald Trump is playing anyway. Trump is being a freaking idiot. He is being an idiot. Yo, if they get in the office in 2028, they is locking his ass up until he passes on. They gonna bury his ass. So if I was him, I'd get busy. You know these people committed crimes. You know this. You have evidence. You still playing around letting these weak ass judges tell you something like you ain't the leader of the free world right now. Steady trying to be a populist, steady trying to please everybody. Gonna get your ass locked up and get our country overran by immigrants and illegals and Muslims and everybody, bro. Trump better get on the ball, man. The Trump administration better get it together, because if they don't, this is our last shot right here. This is our last shot, yo. This is our last shot to take our country back. We not going to get another one after this. If they get in office, they not going to give us another one. Puerto Rico going to be a state. D.C. going to be a state. They're going to pack the courts with liberal judges. It's going to be over with for the conservative right. We're going to have to fight. And then, what y'all going to do? That's when you going to come out and fight? When they controlling everything, the military and everything, that's when y'all going to stand up? Y'all better get up, get out, and get active in any way you can, man. Even if it's just supporting your favorite podcasters so they can keep passing the word along. You know what I mean? So they can keep passing the word along. Y'all gotta excuse me. I saw this and I jumped right up. You know what I mean? And so I'm on my phone. I ain't even up in the studio right now. But yeah, man, it's crazy what's going on, man. And if it was a leftist, which I'm not convinced of on this one, it could be, but dude, you just went at Candace Owens. It could be a smart leftist. Like, oh, he just went in on Candace right now. This chick got hundreds of thousands of people watching her live. You know what I'm saying? So tens of thousands of people watching her live. So that could be anyone. It could be a smart leftist, but we know ain't too many of them out there. There's not too many of them out there. So I wouldn't bet my money on it. My money is on it was a Candace fanatic. That's why I'm putting my bet. You know, I don't know. This the only thing I seen that Tim Poole said about it was the little tweet. You know what I mean? You got Marjorie Trader Green, because she definitely a traitor. Definitely a traitor now because you're leaving. So you can move around. General Mike Flynn. It is what it is, man. I don't know what to say. I don't know what else to do. Only thing I can do is keep putting out these videos, man, and hoping y'all support me. You know what I'm saying? Hoping y'all support your favorite podcasters. If you want to get up, get out, and get active, support your favorite podcasters, man, and let them keep pushing the word and let them form whatever community that we can form, you know, and get out and combat this BS that's going on from the left. Because we got to get out and get active. If we don't get out and get active, man, we stand no chance. We're going to have to leave it to the white boys in the country. They ready all the time. You better know it. That's one thing I ain't worried about. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about getting invaded or none of that boy. Because, well, all my white boys is with it. All my white boys is with it, boy. And they get arsenals. They got arsenal. These white boys, these country boys got arsenals. Y'all better know it in them cities. They sitting out here arsenaled up. These mugs got armories out here, yo. But yeah, man, this is crazy, man. We definitely at war now. It's like, and I'm so disappointed with the right. I'm definitely disappointed in the right now. So I don't even want to get on that. How all this infighting, you know what I mean? Like, Tim Poole didn't have to say what he said. You know what I'm saying? He could have been like, Candace is flipping out. I don't know what's going on with her. And yada, yada, yada. He snapped out. Candace is fucking scum. And, whoa. I'm like, damn. When I heard that, I was like, whoa, this dude is tripping. Like, bro, how you gonna come at Candace like that? You just gonna call her scum? And apparently he said something about Brandon Tatum, too. I can't... I don't remember him saying much about Officer Tatum, but I was just watching something and Officer Tatum said he said something about him. But the only thing I can remember Tim Poole saying about Officer Tatum is that basically somewhat saying that he's scared to call Candace out, and he should be calling her out more than, you know what I mean? And instead of sending them subliminal messages, because, you know, he's like spook. He think Officer Tatum is scared to call Candace out because Candace's audience is bigger, and he think Candace will crush him. That's the only thing I remember Tim Poole saying. So I don't know. I'm gonna get into it later on and see what's going on. You know what I mean? We're gonna do some more. We're gonna get into some more news. We gotta get into this Candace, man, because I ain't gonna even lie, man. Before Tim Poole said that, yo, I was like, man, I bet Charlie smashed that. Before he got with Erica, they damn near was running Turning Point USA. They damn near was together 24 hours a day, man. You know what I'm saying? Both of them was single. Both of them was young. Hormones popping. They starting to get money. You know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, Charlie came into who he is and cut it off. Like, you know, this ain't right. This ain't godly. This ain't the right thing. You ain't finna be my wife. You know, wah. You know, these is all assumptions. This is all just my assumption. This is what I was thinking. You know what I'm saying? And Candace never got over it. She just, you know, she chilled because, you know, they was friends. But she would, I don't know. It seems like, to me, like, he hit on something right there, because that's what I was thinking. Like, man, Candace in love with this dude, and he gone. It's like some Jada Pinkett Tupac crap, you know what I mean? having your kids writing letters to a dead man and all that crap. Like, stop it, yo. Like, Candace is this. It was getting creepy until TPUSA respond, man. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap this up right here, man. Yo, TPUSA came out with a quote unquote response and a challenge for Candace Owens to show up. She took they basically accepted her challenge, you know what I'm saying? But instead of doing it the right way and saying, hey, here goes some dates, you know, pick one, what works for you, they come out in a tweet at midnight and say, yeah, December 15th, you got to be there in person and you only got 24 hours to respond. I'm like, what? What the fuck? There's no way that it sounds like you want to really sit here and debate this chick. You put the tweet out at midnight. She didn't see it till, 8-9 hours later. So now she got 12 hours to respond. Like, this chick ain't got one of the biggest podcasts going on. And that's what I believe they betted on. And then the fact that she say, hey, yo, I ain't got to be there in person. We got the capabilities. We got the capabilities, and y'all definitely got the capabilities for us to do this live. You know what I'm saying? And they turned that down. And then when the caller called in to the Charlie Kirk show, that I don't know is still... That's creepy. When a caller called in to the Charlie Kirk show and confronted them on that, live on air, confronting them on that. Like, yo, what everything I just told y'all about the midnight tweet and 24 hours and not want to do it in via satellite or whatever, you know what I'm saying, video. And you know what their response was? Because in person is more authentic. Right then, all the creepiness, kookiness, BS that I thought Candace was going, that rabbit hole she was going down, all that shit was like, whoa. Starting to even out, like, because that was some sideline BS. Like, there's no way you can even expect me to believe that you sincerely want to go head to head with Candace with the way you just did that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But she been at she been going on for months. She's been going at y'all for months, basically insinuating that y'all had somebody had something to do with Charlie Kirk's death. You know what I'm saying? And it took y'all 3 months and some change to respond. And then you want her to respond in 9 hours after you took months. Like, come on, TPUSA, man. And did anybody see the... I'm going to have to do a video on that. What's that dude name? The McCoy boy. I can't think his name. But it's supposed to be a video out. Leaked video from somebody at TPUSA. Where he tonguing down some other dude. You know? Like, it's like, I don't know what is going on with Turning Point USA. I don't know. Charlie Kirk just shattered. He built it, and it was born with Charlie, and now I'm sad to say it look like it's gonna die with Charlie. Cause Candace look like she's doing everything in her power, subliminally, to destroy them, and then they ain't helping with the crap that they doing and the responses and the way that they responding. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're going to get into more of it later, man. This your boy Jay from Hood Politics, man. Checking in, and now I'm checking out, y'all. Y'all know how we do it.